Hi, Southside Salamanders. This is Miss Nix and Saul coming to you live from my living room. I'm sorry it's been so long since I've made another video, but I'm glad to be here with you today. I've been trying to go on walks every single day for at least 30 minutes while we've been out because it's been so pretty and so nice outside and the skies have been so blue. And so I've seen some beautiful flowers while I've been walking, and green grass and beautiful green trees. So I thought, hey, why not draw some spring flowers today? Now, before you turn it off, boys, and say, I'm not going to draw any flowers, there are very famous male artists out there who have painted beautiful paintings of flowers. So, and besides that, Mother's Day is coming up. So, what mother would not enjoy a beautiful drawing of some flowers from their son or their daughter? So we're going to be drawing some spring flowers today. There, Saul's moved so that you can see it. And I'm just going to draw a few simple ones, and then you can change them and vary them however you want to change them. So as always, it's best to start with a pencil if at all possible, because if you do something you don't like, you can erase it. I'm going to draw with a marker so that you can see. And so let's get started. So let me get Saul out of the way here. Saul, say bye. Bye. All right, here we go. Now, we're going to start with a tulip. Now, the tulip looks a whole lot like a dinosaur footprint. So I'm just going to start right here, and you see I have my paper turned horizontally. This is what I call microwave. And I'm going to draw it pretty big, because the bigger you draw your flowers, the fewer flowers you have to draw. So I draw a U shape starting out, and then you just kind of start at the edge and put a W inside of it, and voila, you have a tulip. So that's pretty easy. And then I'm going to come over here to this side, and I'm going to draw probably the hardest one, which is the rose. And so watch carefully as I'm drawing it. You're going to start off just like you did with the tulip, with that U shape, but instead of doing the zigzag, the W shape inside of it, you're going to put a swirl. So I like to start in the middle near the top and swirl it around until it attaches to the top sides of the U. So that part isn't that hard, but then when you start connecting the lines, it gets a little more confusing. So first I'm going to start right here at this swirl. I'm going to draw a line straight down. And then I'm going to go to the edge of this curve and draw a line straight down. Then I'm going to go to the edge of this curve and draw a line straight down. Okay, now see how those lines make it look like it's almost like a rolled piece of paper in there. You can also add some other lines here. You can add some lines. Oh, somebody's sending me a text. And then I can come over here and draw one on this side too. So you can add some other lines on there to make it look more interesting if you like. There we go. And then the leaves on a rose, they're kind of zigzaggy. So when I draw those, I draw a straight line out and then do some zigzags on one side and then do some zigzags on the other side. See? And then I do the same thing over here. I draw a line, put some zigzags, because they are little different leaves than your regular smooth leaves. There we go. Okay. All right. So now to do these flowers, you see these are basically all done the same, except sometimes the center is bigger, sometimes the center is smaller, sometimes the petals are bigger, sometimes the petals are smaller. So it just kind of depends on what kind of flower that you're going to make. But if you just always start with a circle of some size, and then make your petals come around the edge. So, and we don't want that to go in front of my rose. So when I get to the edge of the rose, I'll stop. Okay, when I get to the edge of the tulip, I'll stop. And you can draw a bunch of petals, or you can just draw a few petals. You can also draw circles inside here, or dots, however you want to do it, it's fine. Okay, and then so I'm going to come down here, and this time I'm going to make the circle larger and the petals bigger. Okay, so this makes a completely different looking flower. There we go. See, I don't have one exactly like that on here. Maybe this one's pretty close. And so I'm going to come in here and add some little dots, little circles. And you can also go behind these and make extra petals if you want to. See, it's kind of whatever you want. Remember, you're the artist here. Okay, so I've got a lot of extra space right there. So I'm going to come over here and do another one. And this time I'm going to make the petals really skinny. Because why not? This is my flower. This time I'm going to put dots. Okay? Alright, now, once I put this one here, now this side needs something. See, we always want to have it balanced. We don't want to have too much on one side than we do the other. So I'm going to come on this side and I'm going to make another flower over here. And this is up to you. You can make more tulips, you can make more roses. You get to decide that since this is your picture. And I think I need another one right here. There we go. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Maybe a little one right here. There we go. Okay, and now it's starting to look like it needs a little something right here. So sometimes when you add something on the other side, you have to sit back and look from afar. Hey, Saul. And you have to decide, hey, is this still balanced or do I need to add something on the other side? Okay, now something that I did, Saul, come on. Something I did on here is added a few little squiggly vines with some leaves on it. And so that's pretty simple. You just kind of come out from wherever you want to, make some curlicues. There we go. Wherever I want them to be. Yeah. I think I need one right here. And it's okay if yours doesn't look exactly like mine. If you want to add leaves to these, what I do is I go wherever I want a leaf, draw a straight line, and then start at the top of that line and make a curve back to it. And that's how I do a leaf. So I'm going to do another one. So you draw a line, and then you go from here to here, like from the vine to the end. So I'm just going to keep drawing a bunch of those so that you can see. And it's okay if they're not exactly the same. Because you know what? If you've ever seen some leaves, they're never all exactly right, exactly the same. Alright, so once I get these things drawn in the way that I want them to be drawn, and I'm happy with it, then I'm going to outline it. Now I've already outlined mine because I drew with a Sharpie, but if you drew with a pencil first, then you'll have to go back over it so things will show up. And when I colored this one, I made sure that I used crayons because I love to color with crayons the best because you can color light, you can color dark, you can mix colors together so it doesn't have to be, you know, just one color. So I'm just going to give you a for instance here. Let's say that I'm coloring this in yellow. And then I get finished with that and I'm like, you know what? This would look so much better if it had a little bit more orange in it. Then I can choose an orange color. So I'm going to pick an orange. And I can go right over this with the orange, and it makes it more like a mixed color. It makes it the yellow a little bit darker. And now it's, and then I can even choose a darker orange and maybe go in and do a little bit of shading around the edge of here. So if my light's shining from this side, then my shadow is going to be on this side. You see? And so that gives it a little bit more dimension, makes it a little bit more 3D. Same thing with my rose. If I'm going to make, let's say I'm going to make a pink rose. I can just color this rose pink, and then when I'm finished coloring it, and you see I try to color all in the same direction because it makes it look a little bit neater and smoother. There we go. Okay, that's good. Now, as I'm looking at that on my screen, I can see that this is really hard to see. You can barely tell that I colored that pink. So what I'm going to do is I might pick a red violet or a red, and then go around. Let's find a, no, I don't want that color. Let's pick this one. Yeah, that works. Okay, and I'm going to go in wherever I think that there should be a shadow. So I think there should probably be shadow right in here. So I see, basically I picked a darker pink, and I'm going to go in wherever I think there should be a shadow and make it darker in those places. So it's going to be probably a lot darker in the center where it's all closed up. So I'm going to go in there and add a little bit of dark color in it. And maybe a little bit right in here. You see? And so if I'm adding these darker colors, then it makes the lighter color pop too. There we go. So now it looks more pink. You see? So it adds a little bit more depth to it. So hopefully that will give you some ideas for how to get started and make a nice picture for your mom. And you see, neither one of my pictures looks exactly the same, so yours doesn't either. Just do your very best. All right, guys, I love you. I hope you have a fantastic rest of the day. Hugs and kisses to everybody. Bye.